No. So come on up, all Burke students, come on, come on. And look, we got a microphone just for you. Yes. Oh, I forgot to say students have to use the microphone. Yeah. No?
Yeah.
Oh, now she gave me a nice little microphone here.
Yes. You're going to kick us off, right?
Oh yeah, I'm just waiting on our beautiful size to get up there, posters. So, don't worry about it.
So one of the best parts we love every year is we hand over the PowerPoint clicker. For a lot of students, this will be your first time using it. There's two arrows. One to the right goes to the next slide. One to the left goes back a slide. If you hit any other button, you're going to get kind of weird things. You're going to get a pointer. You're going to get like something that comes up that isn't yours. So just use the right arrow when you come up to use it and hand it to the next person. All right? What we got? There you go. Right? Cool.
This is nice, I like it.
So you want me to put it in the
Oh. Okay. All right. Oh, that's right. I did forget about that. So, Burke High School, our Burke mentors want to raise our hands real quick, just so they know who we are. We have a whole list of them. Where's that?
I go click clearly, you know.
All right, those are our mentors. The students, as you can see here, we have some that are not here, they couldn't make it today, so it's all right. Kind of an overview of what we've done. This is us. We toured the Clemson Architecture Center, which is so cool, and we learned about one of their projects up here in the top left. I forgot what it's called, but basically they created almost like a jigsaw puzzle where you can put buildings together. You create them out of plywood. It's really, really cool. So we got to do that, and then we got the tour. This is the tour of the MUSC building in the top middle. And then just us hanging out with them in the classrooms. Love hanging out with the students and just kind of sharing architecture. The top right here is playing with Legos, one of my favorite things to do. That's really why I'm here, so I can just play with Legos. And our project, here's where I give it to you guys. We basically did the low line project. If you're not familiar with what it is, it's the old U-Haul building downtown, right off of Meeting and
King and Columbus.
yes, great. All right, so here you go.
Okay. Well, hello. My name is Oren Brown. I am from Burke High School, and I'll be giving you a brief introduction / history of the low line. So, it's absolutely terrifying up here since I'm the very first person to meet. So the brief history of the low line is basically a 1.6 mile stretch from Portland Avenue to Wolf Street, downtown Charleston, South Carolina. But by the way, this does not mean we're going to be building on 1.6 miles of space, because that's just absolutely ridiculous. So basically, this thing has like a laser or? Oh, well, I'll point. Oh man, very short. So this area right here is actually the area that we're going to be renovating, and you will see this much later on. So that area over there, the point of it, we tried to make it sort of this multicultural area, in the sense that that area right there is in the heart of Charleston. It's the spine of Charleston. So we can have people from, honestly, anything past that building or past that area on King Street is basically businesses, honestly. And everything to the north are residential areas. So really, Charleston is growing each and every day. And we have people coming from all over the country to visit and honestly to stay. Because if you have ever drove somewhere, you notice how horrible the traffic is. It's absolutely disgusting. Like, you just want to have a flying car at that point. So this area, we're renovating it, and I don't want to go into much in depth about it, but you're going to see how cool it is, because this is awesome. So now I'm going to pass it on to one of these awesome people right here. Xavier.
My name is Xavier, and today I'm going to be talking about the start of our project. We first started with a budget of $3 million, and then we came together and brainstormed the different aspects that we'll be putting into the park. We then researched the prices for the material, labor, and equipment. Unfortunately, we did have to get rid of some of the aspects, such as a chairlift and a historical wall due to the budget. But fortunately, we was able to keep the main attractions such as a koi fish pond, historical monuments, and a gift shop, which brings in revenue to help sustain the park and help maintain it. Yeah, that's all I got.
Use the mic.
Good evening, everyone. My job, everyone kind of helped out with everything, but my job or my main focus was the gift shop. And for the gift shop, we placed it, if you guys notice, right here. You can see that the gift shop is placed on the corner so it has access from the streets. And the reason that we made the gift shop on the kind of a marketplace for the low line is so we can also have like a revenue or have something that brings in money, even though it doesn't like cost money. They feel like it brings in money if you want, kind of like a tourist attraction thing. And for the gift shop, we have the double doors, and the double doors are for, it's just to welcome people. And, you know, it's kind of like you don't want anyone like just rushing in or whatever, or any like fatalities or anyone clipping over or anything like that. So we made it double doors so it can be plenty of room for other people. And we have 2 floors to the gift shop, and the upper level is more for storage. The first floor, basically right here. This right here is the main area. There's a counter right there, a counter for the transactions and everything like that. And I see, just like Walmart, it's right next to the door to prevent anyone from stealing. Then you have right here the staircase, and this is the break room in the rest area. And you have the staircase. It's kind of, the gift shop is designed like a house, so it has like a peak at the top. And that's kind of where the most space is available. And we have kind of like beams and everything right here. And so I think it's like 10 feet or something like that right here for space for storage. So we won't have to worry about putting storage on the first floor, and they'll be easily accessible because we have stairs. And the stairs, we didn't want to make them too high, so they're about 6 inches. They're about 6 inches, and it runs, I think there's like 24 stairs. There's 12 stairs, and then there's this part right here that's just like a flat part. And then, yeah, it's easy access to the middle of the storage room. So that's kind of what the gift shop was. And it's all, like, all the buildings right here, they're all for like just like a modern feeling type thing. If you was to walk on King Street, I think, a certain part of King Street or Market Street, you would see all the colorful housing and things like that. And it's more of an attraction thing. So, there you go.
Okay, so my part of the presentation is showing you guys what we did with the roof, and we went with 2 inches on the center for the trusses to build more like space for the storage and a walkway, so that way we could like, you know, walk and see, kind of see the roof, but you want to see where the storage area was at. That's basically it. We're gonna do like metal rods on it, and so that you can't really like see like what's going on up there. That's basically it.
My name is Janai Long, and my part was the site planning. So I came up with putting what building on what street. I put the bathrooms on Columbus Street because Columbus Street has the least amount of people. And I put the gift shop and the pet area on the streets that will have more of the people, and pathways from those three places, because that's where most of the people will be. And then I left area in front of the stage so that people could put blankets and chairs, so on, sorts of stuff like that.
Hello, my name is Anthony Johnson, and my main focus was the HVAC unit, which is the one in the very top left. And those are like required like F3s. If you ever go into a bathroom, that's the only way it does that, and like look around, you'll see like the vents that's at the top. Those are to remove the air and like smell from the bathroom because no one knows the bathroom is. So yeah, once the air is processed through the F3 unit or vents, they go through the ductwork, which are the green lines. So it filters through there, and then it's a vent at the top. So the fan, once it gets through there, it just shoots it high in the air, so we won't smell it dumb all over.
Hi, I'm Zariah Richardson. And basically, I have the second diagram. You can't see it. But I'm going to be talking about the big types of water. And the first blue one is cold water. The second one, the pink one, is hot water. And the third one is hot water recirculation. And basically, so basically it's just saying what types of water is in the toilets or urines. And we only have one sink that has hot water recirculation, and that's the janitor sink. And that is because sanitation to clean up, everything, it needs hot water. And it also maintains hot water recirculation even if it's off, so it's going to stay hot around the whole time.
I'm back. So my second main focus was the actual bathroom and like the things that goes under, which is right beside the HVAC unit. So my main focus was the I don't know if you can see it, but like this little circles up there that represents the waste connection for each of the toilets. So it all comes into one pipe, and then we have to work with the architects to, you don't want the pipes under it to just be level because then your waste would just sit there and that'd be bad for you and actual bad. So we work with gravity and the architects to see how much space we have to level or like, slope some of the pipes under it to get the waste to go out and all that. And then we have this thing called the CO, which is the clean out. So if something was flushed down the toilet or going down the sink that wasn't supposed to be there, it's a little area where you go in and you open it and you don't use your hands. You use like the light to push the stuff off and clear it out.
So we decided that we would build a stage, and the reason we picked a stage, we kind of put it on the back wall of the building just for presentation purposes. If you ever go to a concert, you never want to see like the backdrop. The backdrop is like a bunch of fancy things and stuff like that. So we decided that we would have a stage so we can have more people attracted to the park because it is a low line, and we wanted to have like kind of like a rest area and people who can enjoy themselves. So we have a stage right there for like people, even famous people, even community members and things like that. If you ever want to use it, you could rent it out or things like that. Another way to bring in money for the park. And so yeah, that's kind of what the stage was for. It's kind of for enjoyment. And that's it from everyone. Like y'all just keep sitting down, sit down. I just want to take this time to thank all of our ACE mentors because they worked with us for a really long time. And even though last year we went from one person, which is me, to this much people. So it's improving. You can see that a lot of people are liking it now. So you can see that a lot of people are starting to enjoy themselves, they're starting to like it now, so more people are starting to do it, and it's getting better, and it's kind of like putting Burke on the map, so I thank him for that, and yeah, I'm gonna give him a text, so you'll see me later.